Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's Voyager Decklist video stream recording, whatever you want to call it. Today I am joined by. Why doesn't everyone introduce themselves?
Drake. Hi, I'm Drake. I'm captain here. Yeah.
Hello there, I'm of a Primavera and a Keller thing.
I'm Kogane. I've won the two previous GPs.
Yeah. Okay. We can just get into the decks now. We'll just go in order, I assume. So that would start with Four Eyes is a Fish's deck. So this deck is white-black advisors, and since it is one of the Akela types, do you have anything to say, Mir?
Yeah, this deck does very Akela things of... It's basically trying to get as many cards of graveyard as possible so you can cast Ilks very quickly. Ilks being a card that goes like +4 in card advantage if you can get it off. It is difficult though, it does die to graveyard hate, but this deck is actually quite powerful. The fun little tech here is it's using... Where's the card? Fond of Decadence. This is not a strategy I quite intended, but Fond of Decadence, being able to like draw 7 cards, mill a bunch of cards, and like force the opponent to like sacrifice lands, or it gives like a level of quite odd pressure for this deck.
And it also has the combo with Decay that lets you not sacrifice a land.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that is like two
Thing
4
like
drops, one of which doesn't have any protection.
mentioned from looking at this, what seems odd is Consult the Cosmos, which looked like it's just in there because it's an advisor card. No, it is Embrace from Graveyard, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, it embraces from graveyard.
I
Is
think
the
it's
big thing.
unlikely it's hard cast easily.
That's another way to go over the top if like the game somehow goes long, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice top deck in the late game. Job Seeker's Allowance is another thing that's just like, yeah, embrace. You get to exile 3 things, embrace Job Seeker's Allowance. Or, sorry, exile 3. Yeah, exactly. And you also get that Surveil 1 to potentially get more advisors in the graveyard. And it is also
Typically,
just
this
like a
deck
cantrip.
will keep it in the yard so you can get Ilks off it more easily, but...
Makes sense. But it is a thing you can do.
Yeah.
Oathguard Blackrod is like, I'd say, like the main damage engine of the deck.
A
Which also
Blackboard is a
fills up your
nutty card,
graveyard.
yeah.
It does a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Obviously,
for
you have-
stacks the glue that makes it work.
Yeah, you also have the classic changeling support of Thought Lich's backup and One of Keys, which basically go in every medical deck.
Every single Kindred deck, yep.
Yeah. And it's also playing the advisor land.
Yep. Yeah, this deck does
Interesting
get
that
like...
it's only playing 4 community for 3 Frontier Sanctuary. I'd expect a 4th
I assume
Sanctuary
that's
in there,
because the
but...
last one's in
The
Sanctum.
last one's in the Sanctum.
Alright.
Not sure what
Not
pulls it
sure.
out though.
I don't see any cards that draft in the main deck.
Or the sideboard.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I think... Yeah, there might have
I
been
think
one in
that's a
before,
whoop.
but it got
I know.
cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Kindred decks do have good mana bases in Voyager, because you do get, like, if you're an Akela type, you get the Akela land, plus Closed Community, and then you also get Frontier Sanctuary. So that is, like, a lot of fixing. And I think this does... With Frontier Sanctuary, I think, like, 5 to 6 color humans is a lot more real than it was before, because now you have
Yes.
another, like, 5 color land.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And noticing the sideboard does seem a little bit odd. Like, it's got, like, Echo Explosion and Defacement and Found Family. So a lot of, like, creature-based removal. Like, almost probably too much creature-based removal.
It feels like,
Wondering how this,
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah,
putting
I
the
feel
meat
like
in the main deck, Four Eyes decided to put most of it in the sideboard. Which,
Yeah. I feel the sideboard probably wants some graveyard hate.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's
And I
missing
think
graveyard hate, it's missing non-creature interaction, and it's missing ways to slow down
Our
combo.
policy scrutinized with non-creature interaction.
I will also say that, like, some of this removal should definitely be in the main deck.
Yes.
Like, if I'm looking right, there's currently like 0 removal spells in here, unless I'm missing something.
To be fair, this deck is powerful enough with Ilks,
Yeah.
if you can get Ilks off. That it
You
doesn't
don't.
necessarily need to be removal. It is usually the threat in each matchup.
Yeah, true. Do we want to do the fancy spreadsheet thing?
Sure.
No. Yes.
Aw.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
either
wait,
way.
let me find if there was a spreadsheet we had last time that I can copy. Looks like Asti made one last time, so I'll just make a copy of this. Let me copy the link real quick. Let me also. I'll drop it in voice chat for anyone who wants to edit it. Okay. So, so Four Eyes is the first one. Four Eyes is fish deck archetype. I am going to give this I think I give this a 4 chili
I think it's
peppers.
like 4 chili peppers. It's like novel, but it's not like ultra interesting, if that makes sense.
I'm fixing your formatting, Truk. Let's go. We got the other emojis. Okay. Next deck is mine, which is Colorless Ramp. Oh, I forgot to update this deck. Oops. So I am on the slightly outdated version, but it's like a 1 card difference, so it doesn't matter that much. To be clear, that difference was cutting the Ice Scorch from Divinity for a second Marie Hungerbound.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this deck basically it's Gardener. Yeah, it's you get out the Gardener Crown and hope that it can let you take over the game from it. Like Trooks, you said that like this card helps you go from a neutral state to a winning state, and ideally you're able to stabilize, just get this down and just turbo ahead
Yeah.
and be able to win from there.
Yeah, and
This
you've got
deck,
Shattering of my Will to
yep,
make sure you get into a neutral state.
yep, as well as Extra Planar Portal. You also run a lot of ramp spells, obviously, since this is a lot of stuff. Far Off Door is just. There's another reason you run Far Off Door, but this card is just a very, very nice utility card that synergizes well with Gardener. You run Geminiad as both ramp and early game. It's able to get you bodies down. Also can incidentally hate on like Prithite combo. Rate of Supplies is just gets 4 colorless permanents. And then another main card in the deck is Forgiving Monument. This card's mana cost doubled. It used to cost 3. That was kind of insane, so it's been nerfed since then. And
it's still good.
And it's still good.
Yeah, it's due to Shattering
So
of my Will.
the non-planeswalker clause on here literally doesn't matter, because if you want to tutor a planeswalker, you just grab Far Off Door. So, and it's usually better in 90% of situations because it's ramping you anyway. Even if you can't spend it to cast spells that aren't MV5 or greater, that doesn't really matter. It's just like a tutor card that also gets you some extra mana for later. Which is good enough at 6 mana.
Yeah. Should mention the Far Off Door is very, very strong with Marie Hungerbound. You get to shut down 2 creatures, you get to scry twice.
Marie Hungerbound is a very overtuned card that is almost definitely getting torched.
Change. We have it written down. Yeah.
You also
I
have
recall
Ice
and we
Scorch
got
from
Eternal
the
Echo.
I recall being pretty unimpressed with Hungerbound when I reviewed this set. Like, always was like, okay, you just play in mono green and like kill things you have no right to killing. Or really like a mono red or mono black.
It looks a lot worse than it is. Like, I think it might be fine on its own, but with Far Off Door, this basically lets you
Yeah,
really nicely control combat.
Far Off Door is like a double pacifism, really does get there.
Yes.
Yeah. And we've got Eternal Echo, which isn't as good with Far Off Door. It's just very solid on its own.
But this is like, I
Good
slam this
stabilization.
down. I then at base, this is a gain 9 life, I believe, because you gain sorry, with Far Off Door, this is a gain 9 life. Because you gain 2 life off its plus,
Yeah.
you gain 2 life off a Far Off Door plussing, then you have a 5 loyalty and a 3 loyalty planeswalker they have to kill, because if they don't, you gain even more life. So that's just really, really nice. And obviously, if they don't kill it, you just continue
Yeah.
to be able to gain life and get more advantage. Usually it does end up dying, though, unless you have defenses for it. But yeah, it's very dependent on the state. For the sideboard, we have 2 View Drifter. If an opponent's playing like a deck that's either greedy on basics or has lots of utility lands. 2 Campsite. This is just 1 tap, you gain 2 life. That also can provide advantage later in the game if you manage to stabilize. Cryptic Columns, 1 mana 0/4 defender. It's funny. It also mana fixes you for later. Another 2 Hungerbound, because again, yeah, this card is just really good at controlling combat and such, and can also act as non-creature removal. Another 2 Eternal Echo. We already talked about this. And then 4 True Blood. It's just probably the best Grave Hate card in the format in colorless.
Elite 4 Rises deck, yeah.
Yeah.
After that, for the Sanctum, we have Burgeoning Path and Restored Forest as lands that are playable off. To be clear, the primary way you're getting out of your Sanctum is Extraplanar Portal. I don't believe there's
Yeah.
other ways. There's also Campsite as well.
Yeah. We also got Omnipresent Vessel, which is
This is
very
removal.
difficult to cast, but it's
That comes
you can
up.
get it from the Extraplanar Portal.
I don't know if it's very
Yeah, for, like,
difficult. I don't
Starmine
know if
Guard,
it's like
that's what it
very
is.
difficult. I'd say it's annoying because like you do have Rid of Supplies, which makes a treasure. You have Condensed Memory and House Sigil, both tap for another color. You have the Forest out of the Sanctum.
Yeah, it works.
You also have Midram Summit if you play it down, can make green. But yeah, this is your just like, oh, my deck isn't like I played the Extraplanar Portal, but I also need to out a non-creature. Let me play this out of my Sanctum.
This
It's
is
kind of the
the
idea.
deck to beat, isn't it? Because A, there's 2 people playing
Yeah.
this, and people think this
Kinda.
is an overpowered deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say it's the deck to beat.
I don't think like the entire deck is overpowered. I think that like some cards in it that are overtuned, but I'm not convinced the entire deck is like ultra powerful.
I agree with Trux's assessment here.
Like certainly doing some very strong things, but you do have to find weaknesses.
And it is definitely beatable. It does lose games. Okay. For rating,
I give it like a 7. Oh
I
yeah,
give it 5 chili
Spice Master
peppers
rating.
because I'm playing it.
I give it a 4.
Sure.
I give it a 4. I like how the deck plays. Well, I changed this to a 6.
I give this like a 7 or 7.5. I'm not sure which. Probably 7.5.
Yeah, I go 7.5. Yeah. Probably go on to the next. Curse the Parking
Okay.
Spot.
This is Kagane's deck. Would you like to talk about it, Kagane?
So, I chose this deck because I think it's pretty well positioned against the colorless Gardener decks because of the 1 main deck Mirama and the 2 Yumas in the main. Like a lot of colorless acceleration, we can slow that deck down by just destroying all its rocks or even its lands because Silverscape is an artifact. It has acceleration in its own because it has Acre Drowned, our only like 1 mana acceleration. Chorus of the Silverwald is a very gross card if it can connect, and Marie Hungerbound can help it get connect as well as Loslera. Both of those planeswalkers are also just really strong on their own. Aeon of the Living Coffin is a known disgusting card in this format. It's essentially a 5-mana 4/4 that can ramp you like 3 or 4 mana. And all of those strong planeswalkers are tutorable and made better by the Far Off Door, which we're playing 4 of. Twisted Guardian is a low mana value investment that becomes a large threat that's eventually tutorable by Chorus, Tregulari, and Real Onslaught for removal, and that's our main. For our side, we have various cards, Treasure for graveyard matchups, more copies of Mirame for Gardener and other artifact decks, prefabricated Plantier for like hard control. Survivor's Instinct, just a one of, like it keeps people on their toes. Free Combelt. Combelt is a really well positioned card into. You can name Gardener, you can name Prifite, you can name any sorts of. You can name every single Planeswalker if you want. It's just a decent card to have, especially in. And also Geistwald Amalgam is another card you can name. So it's just like, if you don't want to get outvalued by a Planeswalker or die a combo, Combelt is a kind of very strong card to
Isn't
have in your
Geistwald,
sideboard.
isn't Escape like an alternate ask? Oh,
No, not
Geistwald Deceiver you're
I mean,
talking
Geistwald
about.
Deceiver, right? The Kiki Jiki. We have a Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
Falling Sparks for more board vibes. Extraplanar Portal and Ambitious Haste for our Sanctum interaction. Most of our Sanctum is just to accelerate our game plan or like get creatures in. Also the one of Combelt because you kind of need to draw Combelt against combo. Yep.
It's really good to see
Yeah.
Printer just like doing use there.
This deck,
Is
I
there a
mean,
reason you
this
picked Printer over Lightning?
I want like
Printer is
Lightning
more
is
fun.
good, but I want them to have a creature if I have Marie out.
Makes sense.
Yep. This deck did beat me when I played Colorless Jam against it.
The
It's like
anti-meta pick.
it's well positioned in the matchup. Obviously, Aeon and Marie are very powerful cards as well. Far Off Door being like all of this combined makes it do a lot of silly things, especially with Chorus of the Silverwald. Because if you have Zoslera out and you have Chorus of the Silverwald, you go like exponential, which is a bit silly.
Yeah.
Not exponential, linearly scaling.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doubles twice and then it stops.
Only a 5-card Sanctum?
only a 5-card Sanctum. You want to hit Combelt pretty reliably if you're drafting.
Makes sense.
How are
And
you drafting again?
Ambitious Haze is like
Sideboard. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay.
But yeah, like you want to have a smaller Sanctum to reliably hit Combelt in your game 2 and 3 against combo.
Yeah. I think this is like Spice Nuts is like 3 chili peppers, honestly. I like it, but like
I think I give this a 4
I
chili
don't think
pepper. I
it's doing
like this
anything
deck.
like fully novel. Yeah.
It's a mid-range deck. Like it does things.
Yeah, it's
Does
just
fun
mid-range
things.
type. I don't think 3 chili peppers is bad. It's just like it's a deck like this. Good.
Anything below 5 means your deck is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think this deck is that spicy.
I
Yeah.
also don't think the deck is that spicy. I just meshed
But it
good
is very
Planeswalkers.
well built. So well done there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
that's like 8. Right.
This is either 7.5 or an 8, I think, yeah.
I think if the other one's a 7.5, I think this is just better built.
Argue it likely better than Colorless Ramp, but also that's Kagane just being a better deck builder, so
Yeah.
It's an
Understood.
anti-meta pick. I think that's always a good thing to keep in mind, that it's not about making the best deck,
Yeah.
it's about making the best deck for a particular format.
Yeah,
yep.
that makes sense.
And yeah, Kagane's done a good job of that as always. Okay,
Is it
moving
silver
on.
next?
Oh,
Silver
next
is
deck, silver.
next. This
Zero black.
is mono black, it appears. Like, yep.
Yeah.
The return of mono black is here. It sure is mono black. It's mono black discard, it looks like we're seeing.
Yep.
Yeah. That seems pretty
Little staple
good.
as an identity connoisseur, called by the void.
It,
Overt
yeah,
warning. We're used to this card being called quite bad, so it'll be very nice to see how it plays here.
Overt Warning is a card that saw, I think it was like a decent amount of play in early Voyager, but fell off.
I can see that. Yeah,
Silver's
I
an
think
unfair
from what...
birth. Galdrick.
Yeah, that's anti-token, I think. Tokens were a big thing last GP, but I think from what I can tell, the main... only 2 White Resurrection, but it's an identity connoisseur deck. From what I can tell, everything seems to be built around identity connoisseur. Just the idea of if you get out this creature, have all kinds, which does something you want, you've got all kinds of ways to protect it, bring it back, sacrifice it.
We also have Goddess of Puppet Strings in here, notably.
Yeah.
Just
I would
cool.
have played Ashiok in this deck, honestly. But I guess the opponents won't have many cards in hand for Ashiok to steal.
I could see going up on Echoes, but I think, like, this is
Yeah,
probably...
I think Goddess of Puppet Strings
Yeah.
should be replaced with a better token creator. Like, it's there for Widespread Cataclysm and Called by the Void, probably. So,
Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, puppet into like Called by the Void is pretty decent.
It is. Yeah. That depends how early.
Yes.
And sideboard, we've got Bone Prophets, which are good to see. Guess it's interesting not seeing Bone Prophet in main, but I guess
Would like to know, you've got the
there's a lot
7
of card
Pathbound
quality.
sideboard.
Yippee.
Time
But
to
yeah,
watch this do nothing.
it's mono black.
Restored Swamp might be.
Restored Swamp
Do
is
not do
probably
nothing.
the only card you're realistically ever pathbounding.
Yeah, we got Systems Collapse and sideboard. Yippee. Oh yeah, other 2 White Resurrections. Yeah.
I mean, I could see, like, Goddess of Puppet Strings and then into Path of the Rift.
Yeah, maybe.
Although interesting, they're not playing any Spires, so
No.
getting to that silver might be a problem.
Yeah. I can see that, but they don't have to get to silver.
For
Just if
Path
they
of the
do,
Rift,
it's fine. Yeah, but like,
yeah, they theoretically could just waste
it doesn't
turns
strand any
drawing
cards from
Breach of
deck.
the Unknown.
Doesn't strand any cards. Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm
like,
kind of surprised there isn't a restored fault or whatever in the Sanctum though.
Yeah, I mean, Restored Fault and is slower than Breach of the Unknown. If you want to quickly get silver
Personally,
mana,
if I was doing this mana base, I'd put in Spires and the Restored Swamp in addition to what, and cut some
Yeah.
swamps.
Fires, 1 restored swamp mainboard. Yep. Makes sense. There's a decent Apocalypse of the Forest deck.
Gives you more access to silver. gets you a surveil if you need it. Could always just be basic swamp.
Pathwarden's
Yeah.
Horde doesn't have a full stop on it. God damn it.
Well, it does have a
What
full
card
stop.
story? Oh, Outlands Pathwarden.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't have a full stop. You mean? There's a full stop instead of a comma, yes. And so, views.
I like this deck. I don't think it's particularly great, but I do like it.
I give it a solid 4. I like seeing mono black. I like a 7. Doesn't have like the most massive synergy or anything, but I think
This
mono
is
black
like,
is
in
just
my opinion,
solid.
this is a one chili pepper. I'm sorry, Silver, but like it's mono black mid range. You can only go so far with that.
Yeah.
So mono green mid range gets 4 chili peppers, yet mono black discard with a bunch of like weird cards doesn't. Okay.
Well,
Biased.
that's because I like green and I hate black. Smile. Oh wait, do not clip that out
Yeah.
of context.
Or to like
Ah, yes, mono. Ignore the red cards.
Yeah. Classic
Also,
mono
like,
green flower.
we haven't really had that many mono green mid range decks, and we've had like a bajillion mono black mid range decks.
there you go, that's an
Yeah.
actual reason.
And also I like seeing mono black mid range. Oh, is this a discard deck? Coming up next.
Okay, white blue bloodied boneman. Okay.
This is a discard deck.
Okay, I see read the wing beats.
Yeah, play
but
Wing Beats, play a Mobilian counterspells, play Besotted Courtier for some reason.
It looks like
It's
it's
for Bloody
white blue
Lieutenant.
tempo.
The deck is based around Bloody
They're playing
Lieutenant.
a bunch of discard cards so they can make Bloody Lieutenant large.
They also have
Yeah.
what's it called? Last Sip as a relevant card that also cares
They're
about their
playing-
graveyard.
They're playing 6 copies of Mana Tithe.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they are. 4/4 spike, 4x mana tithe. Some quenches, and then Nil Shroud Absorption is counter. 2 mana can be 4 spike and loot.
Desperate Ceiling discards the card and exiles the thing. That's
I'm
for
unsure about
Bloody
read
Lieutenant.
the wing beats in this deck, but like that is just an engine.
It's 15 instant, and it's got flash. Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't
mean,
Well,
it does
really
have
see how
flash.
this deck is really refilling its cards. Like, there's Bone Collector, I guess, but I
Bone
don't feel like
Collector
that's
is
reliable.
very good at refilling cards, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this deck probably wants like one more card engine, but I'm not sure if it needs
I
more
think
than
this
that.
deck has a problem if it doesn't draw Bone Collector, and it's very solid if it draws Bone Collector.
This is the type of deck that wants to play fucking Guardian Roost. That's the card name, Guardian Roost.
Yeah.
Yeah, this deck definitely wants.
Well, yeah,
Guardian
this would be
Roost.
extremely good Guardian Roost. Oh,
I
well.
feel like this deck dies if you get something
Yeah.
unaccountable. If you manage to get like past all of its counterspell mana. Like not seeing like I don't know, like a found family or a defacement as part of like the removal package does seem a bit sus to me.
There is Desperate Ceiling, but that is only like one card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you want like actually I didn't even see the ceiling. Ceiling probably does get that actually.
Yeah, Ceiling probably
We'll say
gets
that,
you
like,
if you're drawing a
This
lot
deck
of cards.
does like kill you decently fast. So like you've
It
got
looks
Courier,
really fragile, though.
Yeah.
you've got the Lieutenant.
To be fair,
Collector.
I can see like
Yeah,
Besotted Courtier and Lieutenant just like Bone Collectorless, just like ending up beating someone to death. It's like
yeah.
on
It
like
does. But I feel like if your opponent like lands a 5/5 and you don't have Desperate
yeah.
Ceiling,
If your
like
opponent, yeah,
what are you doing at that point?
or 3
You know?
way.
In the sideboard we have Callous Willbreaker, which is like
And that's
Uh,
good. Anti combo.
what's it called? the Lorwyn card, Vandalion Click,
Yes.
And then
but
play.
Duress.
Bloom
Bloom
Fracture,
Fracture.
which probably isn't needed here.
Some more
set.
last sips.
More last it. Reject the Stars.
This
This is
card's
quite good,
fun.
I think.
Miwen VEDH staple. And then Tactical
Yeah.
Diversion is another like kind of weird last sip.
Yeah.
Also one of in the
Yeah.
Sanctum is Pathborn Drake.
Yippee.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
Panda's just forgot the other one existed. Yeah.
Yeah. Panda's probably forgot about didn't know about the Guardian Roost. White blue discard tempo, I guess we'll call it. I think I give this a three chili peppers.
Yeah.
Could probably
I
be
think it's
built
like a
better.
stick. I could see the deck being higher if it had Guardian Roost. Because the
Probably
deck
could be
really
built
seems like it
better,
needs
but
Guardian Roost.
I like the deck idea.
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have anything else
Or
to say, or can
zombie.
we move on?
No.
Alright, it's
What?
called Croc and Moth, and I see Algajaz, so let's go.
Good old Algaja.
Old Guard Blackrod is the only advisor.
Yeah,
But it
so
does
it looks like
surveil too.
this.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're playing it for
fails too.
Surveil too. This looks like a graveyard deck, I guess. Yeah.
It's the
You guessed.
pact deck.
What,
Yeah.
did the Algaja not give it away?
Yeah, fair.
The pact and Algaja is pretty good, I think.
Thorian's
Come on.
Willview is very spicy here.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it is
I like
like a
that.
mill engine.
Wait, is it enabled?
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't look
enabled.
enabled
1,
to
2,
me.
3. Off that. 8,
You only run 5 different creature types.
7, 8.
Wait, no,
There's
never mind.
9,
I
right?
lied. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
5,
feel like
6,
if you
7,
get Willview, it's kind of a
8.
win-more at that point.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
8.
think
So if you
the
get
last
every
mode
creature
would
in
be
your
better.
deck, you can get off the pump, it looks like.
Yippee.
Yeah, this is a Moth Algaja deck. Yeah, I assume whoever built this just didn't know about the whole hired bouncer looping stuff. Because that fits really well into this deck.
Wasn't that changed pre-GP?
No,
We did
you
that
return it to
pre-GP.
hand.
This style of looping hired bounce was still worse.
Return to hand. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because with Moth and Pact, you can bounce it to hand.
Yeah. Sideboard, Avert Warning, Mental Surge, Chariot Purification. Chariot Purification's interesting. I think it's bad.
Yeah,
Sideboard. Pillar
We've
of World
seen
Balance.
Algaja before, haven't we?
Yeah. But Algaja is always fun.
We've
It's
got
like
one
a
of the most
5.5.
Mana base is
ruthlessly simple
interesting. We're
cards.
running the Wetlands and the basic tapped duels from FOE along with the Omnis lands.
I'm gonna give it 4. I like what it's doing, but I don't think that it's done well enough to
I
like
would be surprised
make me
if
give
this
it
won,
5
yeah.
stars.
I think considering
like it.
Yeah.
because I was talking with Kumrock and I believe they built it like literally today and haven't played a game of the format yet, so it's
Yeah,
like
that's
it,
fair.
it's like their first deck and they have they have no
Yeah,
experience, so like
it does
can't,
stuff. It can work. Oh
it
my
can,
god, they're
it
playing
can work.
Somber Marsh.
Oh,
4x Somber Marsh.
Yes, I mentioned that.
4x Somber Marsh.
Yeah, the mana base is very awkward. Like I'm not sure
Yeah.
what happened there. I assume just like no knowledge of spires and Heart of Istov and stuff. I think I'll give this 3
Yeah.
chili peppers.
Yeah. Ricky Vista. You built
Okay.
this for Icarus, right?
Yes, I built this deck.
Nice. We have almost singleton mana base. Except
So this
for
is Lifelroot
Embryonic
Gnar.
Mound, not a behold. Yeah.
Yeah, so you run the Explorer mana base. Only lands you double up on are Fetches, Ardell Behold, and Embryonic Mound because you're primarily red-green. The goal of the deck, loop Lifelroot Gnar as much as possible. Yeah, and also use to ramp a bunch. This deck, I think I probably should have added an additional ramp target into the deck, but I think because like right now the main thing you're ramping into Gnar and not actually that much else. Which, considering
I
the
mean,
amount
you
of
also
ramp in
ramp
the
into
deck,
Drake Deal FJ.
you do. Yeah, Drakeseal Effigy is a very powerful card engine, and basically the goal is to turbo ramp up to like 5 and 6 mana, get Lifelroot Gnar off as much as possible. You also have like Aeon and Drakesteel Effigy as
And
like backup
I should
plans.
mention, I think Blood Petunia is also kind of a ramp target.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that does make sense. You run Firmament Rending Blade. This works really well with all of your creatures except for Blood Petunia because Blood Petunia has Defender. But like this can make beautiful Headhuntress bring back Spires every turn. It can turn Existence Flutter into a draw engine, and of course it loops Lifelroot Gnar a whole bunch. And since you're ramping, Equip 3 isn't as big as a deal as it is in other decks. So you can like equip this to
It
other
also
creatures
auto
later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously also auto equips on ETB.
I think the
Fallen
sideboard is
Sparks.
pretty standard. Right. Oh yeah, Fallen
Yeah,
Sparks is big.
Salamander's Influence is the only card I think that hasn't seen as much play, but it's still seen play in sideboards, so.
Yeah.
4x Calm
And
Belt is
Sundown
for like
Kingdom.
Gardener and Prithite, as Kigane mentioned. Just very well positioned here. You run Sundown in the Sanctum. This is like, hey, you've run out of cards or you've like flooded, just pathbound this and you can kind of get a nice refill. And ideally drawn to like Nars, Aeons, Exuberant Genesises, Effigies. You get the idea.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's the
Seems
deck.
that's checking the mana base. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. And my deck.
Well, I'm realizing I
Which
forgot
is,
to put MDFCs in here, but I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I think it's a big deal. Ricky,
Okay,
I'm gonna give Ricky 5 stars.
I'm giving this
I
5
like
chili
my food
peppers because
Nora.
I built
I
it.
like 6.5. It could
Yeah,
be
I think
built
I would
better,
give it
but
6.5.
also,
I built this in like 20 minutes.
yeah. It ramps to Life Fruit Nora, so it can't be mad. My
Speaking
deck.
of Lifelroot Gnar,
Yeah, this is a deck which wants to fairly cast Life Fruit Nora. And when I say fairly cast Life Fruit Nora, I mean flicker it immediately after you're done casting it.
and then flicker it again, and then flicker it again, and then flicker it again, and then.
No, you flicker it and then you replay it. You flicker it again and then, yeah. Okay, so this is White Red Blink. Deck is like, I would say fairly standard for what I've done for White Red Blink, but I haven't talked about what I've done for White Red Blink. So you've got the main thing you're doing is you've got a bunch of cheap creatures that will stall out the game, like Novice Dreambinder, which is a very powerful stalling tool. Liberator of the Soul, which taxes your opponent heavily on enters. Ancient Forerunner, which isn't so much of a stalling tool, but if you can blink it or its iterate, you will be winning the game due to the large amounts of over-the-top burn.
Yes.
Existence Flutter is there to draw you cards and allow you to flicker stuff.
Yep.
What's your
Aces
card?
Did
And
Slaughter
Protector's the thing.
is good.
Isn't
I
Flutter very
know,
strong?
shocking.
For your top end, you've got Scout More of the Moon, which is a 6-mana MDFC, which double strike, haste, and buffs your other creature's attack. And Lifeloot Nora, which is also a 6-mana creature, which is surprisingly effective against ramp because it will against the Gardener ramp deck because it will just steal their lands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And
that takes off 2
pretty
mana from
decent.
Gardener.
Yeah, I've played
Yeah.
against this deck. It is quite annoying if you're fair-ish creature deck because between Merrill and Live Nora, you just don't get to have a board basically ever. And
Yeah,
also, there's
Sonnet
also
Mirror
Vayne. Vayne just also means that you can threaten lethal very quickly, especially with a Sunbound Swarm.
Yeah.
Vayne is also
Yeah.
an Blink
The
Engine
new
X Flames, Gutter
The
Snipe.
new thing this deck is doing, I should mention, is Sunbound Swarm and Hearthspear's Folly.
Yes.
Hearthspear's Folly is a 5/4, which can threaten damage when it enters, but if you stick a Sunbound Swarm the turn after that, that's 12 damage face. That's very difficult to block.
Yep.
Running a little bit of instant speed interaction with Found Family and Spoils of Scarcity. Overcome All is the main Flicker engine.
Yeah,
Although I've
Overcome
gone
All.
down one Overcome All so that I could test out a bit of Permanent Rending Blade here. Which
Yeah.
just, if Permanent Rending Blade goes off, it lets you keep on chaining your Novice Dreambinder.
Your
It makes
Sonnet.
your Liberator of the Soul completely shut stuff down. And with Sonnet, it's like your opponent can usually block the Sonnet, but it makes it so your opponent has to block the Sonnet. Okay. And sideboard 2 Death Drive. I originally had more of these in the main because while they're very strong, the deck happens to play a lot of legendary creatures now. So I just can't really afford running into making token copies of things that aren't legendary, because they get legend rolled. 2 more Lifeloot Noras in the sideboard for matchups where you want to go big. 2 more Sonnets for matchups where you want to kill things. True Blood for Graveyard. Just handles that entirely. And Wish for Discord is a card I haven't seen before. Oh, it's Emerge Red. It's Emerge Black. I missed it was black for the Emerge.
Did you miss it?
So,
Did you thought this was mono red life game?
perhaps.
True.
Oh well. It's an instant that
True.
deals 2 damage to each creature. And if you get a treasure from Spoils of Scarcity, or a Vertex from Spoils of Scarcity, this can gain you a bunch of life. Also, Stellar
Yes.
by
You're also
Masters.
able to produce black mana with Ripta today as well.
Yes, and the Whip today in the Sanctum. And Stellar Spy Masters, the other sideboard card. This is what you play if you want to play like an aggro deck, I think. It protects you from board wipes.
Yeah.
And the Sanctum, sadly, I could only fit in 2 Vayne Venom Volcano Scorchers. You can turn Vayne into an Omnibenevolent Vessel, and you can turn Omnibenevolent Vessel into Lurata, the progeny of Eris.
Have you ever done
Which
that?
is like, yes.
Yes.
You're like,
Damn.
yes.
Yes.
You stall a lot. You've got Spoils of Scarcity. You're effectively on 25 lands.
Sure. I guess that sure. I would love to see Lorada go off.
Yeah, got
Okay.
Whipped today. Yeah, there we go. And was there something in the mana base? No, there's not anything in the mana base other than I'm pretty sure I'm the only deck that's actually remembered to run restored lands. There we go.
I give
I'm going to
this
give my
4
deck
chili
an 11
peppers.
out of 10 to win and 5 chili peppers.
Ah, yes. Ignore the restored forest.
Yeah,
It
colorless
doesn't
ramp
exist.
runs it, and I believe Kagane runs it. No, Kagane doesn't run
Yeah.
it.
Run what? Restored lands? I run restored lands.
Do you?
Yes.
Irani would never run restored lands. Restored forest.
You run it in the
Just
main,
restored forest.
though, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also run mine
main.
in the main.
Oh,
Yep.
you're talking about the main deck. Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably should have put some in the Ricky's deck, but also like colorless ramp probably doesn't run them, so like
If I knew all the colorless decks were going to be running no basics, I would have run the fucking eat all your lands deck. I would have run
Yeah.
the deck that runs 50 versions of Field of Ruin.
colorless does not run basics, so like yeah, that is another way. Mir is on the better version of the list.
Yep, I'm a shameless meta sheeple, and everything you've said about your deck applies to me pretty much, so we can just move on.
Slightly better.
Copy over.
Maybe one of these
Checking the
days.
sanctum. Yeah, sanctum's the same.
Yeah,
And
everything's
what
the
is
same
PvP
except
on?
one Ice Scorched is a Murray instead.
Hmm.
PvP is almost playing flyers.
PvP is playing
PvP is
funny
playing.
deck.
I want to have infinite 4/4s.
This deck is actually
Yeah.
awfully good. Although it has some like weird decisions, like what the hell is Cryptic Columns doing there?
Cryptic col. Wait, are we main decking 2 cryptic columns? Okay, I'm a supporter of cryptic columns in the sideboard. Let that be clear.
Yeah, this
Um,
is the
why
I
do
won't
you
I guess
have
stand alone
because
shifting
deck.
your
dream?
4/4s are slow to set up, you need defenses, but like just run removal instead.
Yeah, and also like
Uh,
it's not actually that slow. Hibernate Dragon can come up to you through turn 4 in like a lot of contexts.
Yeah, like Pull
This
of the
deck's
Unknown.
actually quite good.
Pull of the
This
Unknown
deck
turns
looks
these
good.
cards on really quickly. Fog Scour.
Main decision that I dislike about this is cutting a shifting dream.
Yeah, what's that card do again?
It's the one that puts stun counters on untapped permanents.
Oh yeah.
I can see Shifting Dream because like
Yeah, but
I feel
like
like
not
Shifting
running
Dream's
for Shifting
focus
Dream.
can miss a lot, and it's not
True.
the deck
You don't play
is
it for the
it's not
focus.
very recurable on like the you don't want to recur Shifting Dream on like your 4/4s.
That's true.
Shifting
Cryptic
Dream
columns
is
You
is
mostly just play it. You
fine.
mostly just play it to put stun counters on things. So
Thought Scour, obviously. Cantrip that mills. We've
I've
also
never
got
seen
Pull of
Cast
the
Dredger in the
Unknown.
sideboard.
what's in the sideboard?
Oh,
Cast
Cast
Dredger.
Dredger.
Cash Dredger.
That's a bit of an
Yeah.
odd choice.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
shows a
it's
pretty
win
good
con.
graveyard hit card.
It's
Yeah,
it's doing
graveyard hate and a win con.
it's graveyard hate and also like potentially damage. Like TVP doesn't want like a dedicated graveyard hate and damage slot, so they just made both into one card that gets countered
Which
pretty
sucks.
hard by removal.
Also, Mordace's influence is probably
It's a good
pretty
card.
nice in this deck. Because if you name like
And
X
you
equals
clap in a
3,
strange land.
you know, my 4/4s survive, and I get back more 4/4s.
What
Yeah,
is Declav
this
doing
deck's
on the
probably
sideboard of an 18 land deck?
Eighteen
if
lands is almost certainly wrong.
I think this
Yeah,
kind of deck can
I
afford
guess
to run
you
18
can.
lands, but I'm not sure if TVP specific version can. Okay, but also for what it's worth, you have the Flux
has
cantrip at 1, you have the Pull of the Unknown, and you have lands guaranteed off premonitions since you will, well, at least on the first one you cast.
All of them you cast.
On all the ones you cast.
Unless you focus Shifting
true,
Dream,
right.
yes.
Yeah, unless
Don't
you
you focus
focus it.
shifting? I think you're probably just not focusing shifting frame.
No, this deck does
Unless you
focus
have
Shifting Dream actually quite a lot because it mills to get Hibernating Dragon,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
as well as Brefaria.
One thing that annoys me about this deck is it runs 6 of each basic and also runs Bleak Return, which feels a bit awkward.
Yes,
But you do have,
I
like,
would agree.
the
But it is only on 2 bleak return, I guess.
Yeah, the TVP's
So
color.
I think it probably should be on.
TVP's mana base is
return.
color balanced when the deck is more blue than black.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
Also, two Aerosites is funny, I guess. You can kind of choose which one is better in the matchup, I
You can
guess.
Pioneer's Premonition. Pioneer's Premonition, well.
Yeah. Hibernating
Well, I
Dragon
guess the
is...
reason the land base is color balance is so that Omnipotent Vessel can work.
I mean,
Also, I guess like the sideboard is heavily black.
yeah, true. But you
Yeah.
can't, like... I think... never mind. I could see castles in this deck, but I realized that you're on 18 lands, so, like...
I feel like it probably
Yeah.
wants to be playing Heaven Grand over the Vessels,
Probably, yeah.
Let me pull up
just because
Heron
like
Yeah.
this deck
Brand.
already kills people. With like the Hibernating Dragon,
Yeah.
it's like the best card in the deck. You don't want to get rid of it, and I just don't think those two
I can see
Vessels
that.
really get there for that.
I guess the bounce matters, but after the bounce, you could just be doing 4 damage instead.
Like, I'd
But
put in.
why
I'd put in
would
some
you
of
need
the
a
promising
hibernating
land.
dragon? Why would you need a hibernating dragon? Omnipotent Vessel can be anything, even a hibernating dragon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd cut both of the Aerosites here. Put in some promising lands to increase your ability to splash forever colors. Put in Path of Revival to just grab some more dragons out of your yard.
Also, what is Euclid doing?
Unsure.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
TVP really loves Iklev. I'm like in 18 lands, sure, I guess. Like
I could
I
see
mean,
the Eclipse if it was like literally any other deck.
Iklev
Like
is good in a lot of
genuinely like
decks.
mono red. The Eclipse would make more sense in mono red than in this deck.
Yeah, Iklev is good in most decks. This is not most decks. We'll say that like it is fun with clearing in the glade, but like that's a one of. I guess Iklev does tutor it, but like
Don't you just want a mill clearing in the glade instead
yeah.
of tutoring it?
But also for those who were wondering, I did pull them up on screen, but the promising
It's
lands
3
are
mana
the
Surveil one
machines.
every turn. And add a
Sure.
mana.
Me when hibernating dragon.
This is
Euclid is
true.
like
It is
Euclid is
basically
bad
a
too many
second
hands.
hibernating dragon. Basically a second hibernating dragon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What are we rating this? I give it 4 chili peppers, I think.
I
I
think
know
I
I'm
give
giving
this
this
like
5 chili peppers.
3 because I feel like I've seen this exact deck multiple times.
Yeah.
It's be annoying for a bit. Land Hibernating Dragon, kill people while being annoying. It's like almost this exact same deck as Pandas, like macro archetype.
This reminds me a lot of the
I like
Julius
hibernating.
deck that TVP and I built. Which I think I might want to end up making it more like this deck because, like, obviously Brofuria is very good in that kind of archetype. Because currently it already does run Hibernating Dragon, but it doesn't run Brofuria, but
2
also
mana
that deck is more
4/4s
control.
are a pretty high tempo stat line.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what to rate this out of 10.
I would say 7.
We have 5
Seven.
2 mana 4/4s.
Yeah. I have a lot of that.
Ignore the fact that two of them aren't creatures.
We've got a 2-mana 5/5 too, right?
We have a 1-mana 5/5. We have
Actually,
two
no,
2-mana
6.5, I think.
5/5s. They're both what's it called? Entities.
Wait, did the nerf or wait what?
Did the nerf?
Uh,
What do you think, Jake?
oh, did we just nerf that differently?
Yeah, we nerfed
Enigma,
it
the
differently.
Vertex spell costs
Now
3
you can't really
mana.
hold. Now it's a little bit harder to hold up.
I have a 1-mana 5/5.
It's still a 1-mana 5/5 though.
Yippee.
Okay, do you want to look at the round 1 matchups and talk about those?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Oh, yeah, okay, so we kind of patched the mirror exploit, it looks like, but we didn't fully patch it. Because you kind of have to still be able to report your own match. I mean, I can fully patch it, but also it says fine.
But it won't allow you to do dash anymore.
Well, I mean, the patch would only allow numbers and dash. Okay, so round 1, I am up against Four Eyes. And yeah, I think I am pretty likely to win this matchup.
I'm not sure. I feel like advisors actually do have like a number of ways to be quite annoying.
Okay, I think if Font of Decadence lands, this matchup can get very annoying. But I think mostly other than that, I should be fine.
I actually think Injector Lobbyist is also very annoying against this deck.
Oh yeah, that does just
Yeah.
name Artifact.
It does.
Additionally, the extra planar portals could be insulated by the
Possible.
what's it called? Spokesman.
Yeah.
That's very
Like if
relevant.
Fish had a better sideboard, this would actually I actually think this could even be a difficult matchup.
Yeah.
But alas.
I guess
This is
for
unfortunate.
Injector, I guess Policy Scrutinizer and Injector Lobbyist might be
They're
difficult
very good
side.
in the matchup. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if I manage to get a Shattering of Myril down, it's very, very
Yes.
rough for Four Eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
Well,
I think the sideboard is probably just dictated by Policy Scrutinizer.
yeah, I'd agree.
Like, does your early ramp get Policy Scrutinized?
Okay.
If not, you lose.
Matchup number 2
Yeah.
is Kagane versus Silver.
I'm fairly sure Kagane is more likely to win this one just because
I
this
think Kagane
deck-
has a better deck, but I think Silver is like decent against Kagane's deck.
I don't know. I just feel like normally like discard heavy decks are at their best when you're dealing with decks with very low redundancy. And Kagane,
Yeah.
this is quite a high redundancy deck in that you don't really care
think
what you
also
draw
the
any
fact
given moment of
that-
time.
Yeah, also the fact that this runs like effectively 13 planeswalkers is pretty rough.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Just trying to
effectively
think, like,
13?
9 plus 4 forest.
after. I was trying to think. Can Kagane actually kill Goddess of Puppet Strings?
You win combat.
Like, The deck doesn't only has like 1/1s for 1, no 2-drops. That
Yes,
might be relevant.
the deck skips 2.
Yeah.
Deck has a lack of trample, I've noticed.
Lack of trample, removal, doesn't hit planeswalkers. Well, the Slayer is super trample.
Yeah. That would do it.
Yeah.
The Sanctum is also designed to help your creatures get in as well. But
Yeah,
it
that
games
makes
2 and
sense.
3.
Just Infinity. No, I think this is going the way.
Although
I think like
the system's collapse might be relevant games 2 and 3.
specifically Apocalypse of the Forest is good against this deck, but like if that doesn't get drawn, I don't know.
Apocalypse of the Forest is just a nutty card in general.
Yeah. Like very much on the black mid-range card. On the black top end.
Rumors say that there's
I
a terrible
can
monster in stock.
see this matchup being dependent heavily on whether or not Zeslara gets to stick around.
Yeah.
Okay, my computer's getting a bit low on
I would say
battery.
this is a 50-50.
So
Yeah, let's just go
can we
quickly.
try and get through the other ones faster?
Next, Pandas versus Gunmac. Pandas is winning this.
Sure.
Actually, no. Gunmac does have removal. Pulled by the Void and Delete.
I think Pandas probably has a good matchup here.
Pandas probably wins, so Pandas just got more synergy.
And it's
And
also
can
a cheaper
counter
deck in
removal.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I was to say. Vicky versus me, I have no idea. I can kind of play my deck as like a more aggressive side of mid-range. And I can also just get massive burst damage out of nowhere.
You have to dodge the Falling Sparks, but after that, I think you're quite good here.
Yeah.
Although there's Blood Petunia. Do you actually have a good out to Blood Petunia? You really don't. Vayne, I guess.
I'm Novice Dreambinder. Novice Dreambinder.
Oh yeah, Dreambinder gets that as well, which is one of your best cards anyway.
Yeah.
Dreambinder also notably like stops a creature with a permanent rending play on it.
Suppose you're not playing one of keys in that deck, honestly.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Oh well. And then there's
Yeah.
Colorless versus
Oh, no.
another Tempo deck. I don't really want to be
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
against Tempo. But I'll tolerate it. I do think I've got some ways of like dealing
Big
with that
thing
stuff.
in this matchup is Shifting Dream that just keeps one of your mana rocks tapped down, which is quite annoying.
A key card in games 2 and 3 will be True
Yeah.
Blood.
Yes. Yes, True Blood is pretty much like...
Yeah, I think Mare has like the advantage post board.
It's going to be quite rough
Graveyard
for them.
Hate, let's go.
Just because by the time I can get anything down, TVP will have a 4/4 dragon or 2 for me to contend with, as well as a bunch of ways to keep annoying me with counter spells and
Yes,
removal.
TVP does get dust for dust sideboard.
I'm pretty good against a lot of TVP's removal mind. Like, I don't really care about knife
I
sets.
mean, like, beats artifacts, but it kills planeswalkers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Knife's Edge does nothing against you.
I'm so scared of Yiklev, though.
It's true. You can
Yeah,
literally fetch a
Cliff in
land.
game. You can't like Cliff for game 3. It's gonna be scary.
It's a lot of life gain, Mir. You better be careful.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Opponent plays your Clav. The only possible response you can do is to steal it with a Gardener. Or you're
You better
just
watch
Kirk.
out. Your Cliff is a colorless permanent. They're gonna cast a Gardener.
The joke is that you have far off draw on board and now you've double ramped.
Definitely do
Yeah.
wish that I brought in one of my other decks I was trying to build, but I cannot be bothered to make sideboards.
Also,
Yeah.
we have 0 copies of Edict of the Mirrorkin.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Probably should have. Someone probably should have bought in
Let me look
snails.
at the colors breakdown. I'll just
I do
like
think
write that.
Snails just kind of gets like completely just violated by color shramp. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
so the fact that that was there, that's
Shattering
what
of my
really
will.
persuaded me not to play it.
Yeah, the shattering of my will does horrible, horrible things to snails.
Also, Gardener.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You got your snails.
There are
Hold on.
4 white decks. There are 2 blue decks. 1, 2, 3 black. No, 4 black decks. 1, 2, 3. 3 red decks. And 1, 2, 3 green decks. As well as 2 colorless decks.
Wait, is there a
I keep
color which
forgetting
doesn't
your
have a
color.
deck? Blue.
There are 2 decks splashing silver.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, silver exists. I should probably count silver. It was at the start, because I forgot about it. 1, 2. Silver gets no love.
Yeah.
Just as unpopular as
I could have made a Gardener deck, but I brought a deck. I could have made a silver Gardener deck with Cornus forward, but I wanted to play
Yeah.
something that wasn't Gardener.
That's fair. I think my deck is probably a good matchup in the Gardener. If that happens. Because of like Sundown Swarm. I don't actually have any. Yeah. Oh well, I forgot Artifact Disruption and sideboard. I'll probably just kill the deck there.
Yeah,
Are we done streaming?
Yeah. Yeah, we're done. Should
yeah,
be done.
does anyone have final thoughts before I end the recording? I'll take
Play
that as a no.
Primavera. Best set of all time.
Bye,
Or something, I don't
everyone.
know.